When you chose to start a business, you actually chose to be a leader. When we are consulting, when we are mentors, when we are coaches, we are talking to someone who's put their hand up, they're solving a problem, but in fact you're leading. And it's the qualities of the leader that we work with. Your communication ability, your problem-solving ability, the systems that you go in. But there's a twist. There's a tipping point that company owners go through. When you get to the point and you're doing really well, and then you suddenly reach a point where, hold on, I can't do this alone. That I can't do it alone moment is very, very important for the coach, for the mentors, because it's an awakening that goes through you as a person. Now, it could be a SARS moment, right? You go, wait, I don't have a SARS specialist. It could be a compliance moment, and suddenly there's an administrative need. Now, alone means different. It may mean I'm going to land up getting somebody else to support me. It means maybe a friend. It's your starting point of sharing, and your confidence of sharing is what we see as you grow as owners. Revealing your deepest secrets and vulnerabilities is not easy. And it's something to be acknowledged as well. You could be an introvert, but you've got a brilliant idea. You've got a team that you're quietly speaking in one corner, right? And you want to find a way to land up breaking that. It's not a weakness, and embarrassment is not a thing that takes place during your coaching and mentoring. Very, very important. Why? Either everything is right if you're talking to yourself, or everything is wrong. You become your own worst enemy when you're owning businesses very, very often. That self-doubt, right, is more poisonous to you than your competition. Free State has got a fantastic side to it, which outsiders see, and I'm going to share that with you, and you'd understand why. No other province has 7 borders. Being the most central province, where startups, entrepreneurs, business owners say, I'm quickly going to Pretoria. No, I'm quickly going to Durban. I'm quickly going to PE. I'm quickly going to Cape Town, right? And I'm back. And so what that does, right, is that the mindset and the psyche of you entrepreneurs here is that any province, any region, any opportunity is possible. It's not, hey, Cape Townians go, oh, Joburg, geez, no way, 11 hours, right? That's by plane. And so you have one of the most powerful, strongest attitudes on entrepreneurship. As coaches, as mentors, we're working with that positive can-do attitude that exists. I'll phone and find out, I know she's doing a bid in Cape Town, but I was like, we didn't give you permission. Right? How? It's possible. It means that the footprint that you see in Bloemfontein may not be here, but you actually impact in regions all around you. Right? I was asking this, how many languages is out here? They must you speak English and Afrikaans, whole province. You work with 5 languages. Neil, you say 5. He's from here. So in your process of forming your businesses, you're wired already on diversity. You're wired on crossing borders. Second fact, no single business has been successful. And in order to have partnerships, to be successful, none of the Bransons, if the big brands, none of the local guys have done without that. Are you ready to share? And how are you going to share? How are you going to come out of the shell? How are you going to show your financials? Are you going to write NDAs? Who are you going to trust? One of the biggest factors, and you'll see this around innovator trust, is a non-equity. It's a giving environment. You can go into partnerships and you need to land up give equity. Right? Very, very strong. So you're here to receive, but how do you position yourself to receive? And then how do you capitalize on those really, really key points? As you grow, value the stages of growth that you actually go through, how you found your voice, when you found it. Right. Start with, don't just go to a consultant and say, oh, here's all my stuff. Well, right. Start and see if you're revealing enough. Right. Build your own confidence in sharing, because we still have to build a second layer of confidence of saying no and pushing back. Right. I recommend starting with a close friend, because you can tell them things you can't tell your mother. Then test on a family member who is built with assumptions and prejudice and biased, right? Because they've known you. Test the bias, okay? When you do your research in terms of your coaches and mentors, go and test the sector, but don't contract. You're looking for the language of that particular wedge and specialization, right? That will allow you to go into a formal contract at a fourth phase. But don't immediately just go, oh, I've got a mentor. Hey, who's your mentor? And now you start comparing mentors. It has nothing to do with it. That's later. Then we check their budgets, right? But you will own the relationship with your coach, with your mentee, in terms of how you give, what you ask for. But always, it's your business. It's your journey. Going into contract. I know it's straightforward. It's 10 points. But it's very, very important. You learn how to speak. Business etiquette, it is so important. But how the message is received, right, is what's going to turn it into a transaction. Body language, there are things that's going to make you comfortable and shift your focus on the issues if it's thrown out by body language. The ability to run scenarios. There's a key point, it's sitting out there. When you're wanting to run simulations, part of having your coach or mentor is building up your confidence in certain scenarios, whether it's SMME, whether it's a sales pitch, whether it's a bank negotiation, whether it's a dismissal. Right? Through the mirrors of their eyes, are you following the same process? How did you feel afterwards? Can I pitch? Right? Can I negotiate? Am I speaking too slowly? Right? Have I disadvantaged myself by shifting and not paying attention to certain key indicators? Ask the ability and preparation, are they prepared to contract? Someone who says, yes, hold me accountable. This is what I'm going to do. If you're going to do, let's meet halfway. Technical specialists on accountability. If you've got somebody coming in to fix a particular wedge, right? So that's not the entire holistic, not the full team. Agree on KPIs, business level KPIs. If it's meant to impact turnover, let's say turnover. If it's going to land up impacting jobs. Right? Know your business KPIs, that's going to say this relationship is talking to the business. And then put it out there because this is what it's about. Okay? Your own stage and maturity of your business, very, very key. Except if you're starting phase, growth phase. By defining all of that, there are no surprises, and we're coming together as a partnership. It takes a village, it takes an ecosystem to have a successful business. AI is coming, train your dragon. If you're going to go for that in order understand content, but understand the difference between coaching, mentoring, and Googling, right? Straight text. The AI guys will tell you it is text-based intelligence. It is sensory starved. It's not complete, but in the run with it, what I did with it is that it can accommodate queries and answers in all 12 languages. It could answer everything that I said in under 2 minutes, right? And so by virtue of your free state, guys, working everywhere and across that, it's probably a more powerful tool in your hands than in most because it's how you are wired. What you get out of the coach, out of the mentors, is really what you're prepared to reveal. Watch your vulnerabilities that go with it, right? And hold to the contract. Don't be afraid to export. Very, very key. And understand that your influence is much bigger than you may have thought.